Thank you very much, guys. This is Joe with your interview translation. We're here with KT Rolster, who had a minor hiccup in Game 2, but we are here with them, picking up a 2-1 victory regardless. We're going to be talking to the MVP, the only MVP of the series for KT Rolster. We're going to be with Score for the interview. Score, another win. How do you feel? I think the anger within me hasn't escaped me quite yet. Why are you angry when you got the win? Yeah, in Game 2 I was trying to go to the restroom, but the restroom was occupied, so I wasn't able to go before the beginning of Game 2. So I was really frustrated at the fact that I could not empty myself before heading on to Game 2.
그래서 그럼 오늘 이 MVP 자리에 대해서 어떤 분들은 청문회가 뭐 이런 얘기도 우스갯소리로 하시는데.
And a lot of people really talk about, you know, how can be your apology seat, to be jokingly said, considering how well you did have some little hiccups in the major moments of the game. Yeah, I think just negating that little part out, I think my game today was perfect. And I think the cocoons are something that has to work as well. And you saying the cocoons need a little bit of work, but in Game 3 you showed a good accuracy on those. So are you only thinking of the ones that you missed rather than the ones you've hit? Yeah, I think those really are always on the back of my mind. We have so many questions to ask, but I want to talk about. Yeah, but you know, I think you guys want to ask about the questions about the missed Baron kills, but I have many excuses that I could make, but in the end, I have to say that I do alright in scrims, but it was just unfortunate today. I think I can't really share on the too much details, but just mostly it was just a generic thing that doesn't really need to be said. And something of a curiosity is that can we see the Nunu from you again? Yeah, I'll pull it out someday, and I think that's a fair pick to go with. And today's series was a 3-game series, but it was 3 games of Elise versus 3 games of Rek'Sai. Yeah, Rek'Sai and Elise matchup is a very familiar matchup from a while back. But I feel like just between the two champions, I think Elise is a little bit better. And going back to Game 1, you guys came up with the Lucian mid, but it was a blind pick. Did you not think that a counter pick was inevitable for the enemy team? Is Lucian such a pick that you can pick blind nowadays? We just feel like Lucian is one of those champions that doesn't have a direct counter to it, that is too severe for it. So it should be alright pink blind. And a lot of people really always really praise the width of your champion pool, having so much variety on that. But do you not like to play the meta champion pool within the jungle nowadays, such as Cho'Gath? Yeah, with some of those picks, Cloud Tepper actually came up to me and tried to recommend me to play those picks. So I thought, you know, with the recommendation, you guys really thought that it was a good pick, but I still have my strategies. But I think, you know, if Elise was banned in those occasions, I would have really considered those options, but just leaving the Elise open, there's no reason for me to not pick it. Yeah, definitely the possibility would be there if I was limited in my choices, but they're much smaller than what I could pick with the Elise, for example. And game 1 was a relatively easy stroll for you guys, but game 2 was a bit of a confusion for all of us watching. It was an extremely long drag. And what do you think was the big mistake that really led to KT not being able to finish the game off? I'm sure there are many aspects to that, but I think really we're not really putting any initiatives on to open up a fight. And I think our mindset wasn't in the winning side of mindset that we really wanted to win. So that's kind of the things that really affected our game too. Do you feel a lot of pressure in the Smite battles? Yeah, I like to think that I'm not pressured. But you know, with the few times that I get stolen of the Baron, I think the other people around me kind of overreact more than I do. I mean, but to be fair, you got a lot in stolen today. Yeah, but going to game 3, continue on with that point, you sent Alistar way up in the top lane to stop the jungler from coming, then had all of your teammates flash out just to like negate the Smite battle from happening. Yeah, I only told Alistar to help me cover the jungler, but my entire all of my teammates were really aggressive on trying to not have me do a Smite battle against the enemy jungler. We felt like the protection of you not having a Smart battle was a little bit extreme, to be fair. I guess, well, you know, when we're doing a team fight where both teams are pretty even, I think doing a Smite battle would be fine and it'd be a fair thing to do. But we were so ahead, we could send everybody out and I could just Smite peacefully by myself.
그러면 뭐 이제 3세트 같은 경우 또 질문해보자면 KT가 요즘에 은근히 좀 패턴 중 하나가 한번 이기고
And with the games 3 that we like to talk about, I think the recent pattern of KT is that you guys win game 1, then you just suddenly lose out game 2, then you just dominate game 3 as if game 2 never happened. And we just feel like with the loss in game 2s, usually you would feel that you guys would take it slow, but you guys really just destroyed the game from the early on. Yeah, I don't think it's a specific strategy that we like to throw out, but I think after we lose a game 2, we always do get the feedbacks on what we did wrong. We just try to fix it, and it just happens to be a quick, easy match for game 3 usually. But in the end, you guys get a 2-1 victory once again, now pulling off to a 6th series win consecutive. But you guys have tough matches coming up. And Longzhu have currently clinched first and already clinched themselves into the finals. But what would you like to say regarding those teams? Yes, Smeb was saying that even with so many wins that we have, it was due to all the 2-1s that we had in the series. But I think we're kind of in that state of mind now that we're not going to be satisfied with 2-1s, but we're going to be really just looking to win every single game that we have. And a lot of people are feeling really good about KT, and that's something always to feel good about. And a lot of people are supporting you. And just things about, you know, Deft and everyone in the team being supported on so cheerfully. Yeah, I'm sure I think we're in the state that we're trying to just enjoy this moment. At the same time, we're trying to play this seriously, but a lot of people are having fun, including our teammates. But it just seems like KT are definitely on a roll, winning all these games. But would you like to say one last words to your fans? Yeah, we have 2 games left remaining in the summer season. We'd like to just literally just get all the games in our bags and just win 2-0 for the rest of the season and just become a much cleaner in the way we win out the games. And that seems to be the end of the interview. Back to you guys.
When I